So right now we're taking a look at Tesla stock after hours, and as you guys can see here, well, there's a lot of action going on. Right now our volume is currently at over 1 million, okay? And this is in the 1 day, 1 minute chart. So we're looking at candlesticks worth of 1 million in volume size and counting. Honestly, today was a pretty choppy day for Tesla, but as you can see in the after hours, with the candlestick bars are getting bigger, stretching from 290 all the way up to about 292, 293 up here. But if we pull out a little bit to check out the whole entire day, you can see that, you know what, Tesla in itself had a nice morning run up. Pre-market was around 290 all the way up to that 300 spot, but getting rejected at 299. Big resistance point above 300. Obviously, if we can jump above it, it'll be a nice support, but until then it is resistance. And then pulling back down pretty harshly into the afternoon around 289, but bouncing again just before the end of the day. And now here we are in after hours, and just pulling back to the 5 day 5 minute chart, Tesla has been on a bullish run for quite a while now, and I see that this is going to be a very, very important earnings for us. Taking even a further outlook the past 180 days, you can see that Tesla, this past January is $100 and it was holding the $100 spot. Now we're talking $300 potentially and above. And honestly, any type of pullback was pretty healthy because it ended up regaining and becoming stronger off of that, and we really had a bullish run ever since May. This bottom here around 150, once we cross over this 180 SMA line right here, it's been very bullish and very strong ever since. So right now it is 4:03 around that time, and we don't have earnings till 4:30, and so I think we're gonna wait a little while. I'll catch back with you guys in a minute, but I'm thinking that with 4:30, with earnings coming out, then it's going to be very volatile up to that point. And of course, I will be live with you guys at 4:30 to catch all the action and see what happens. Okay, so we just had some big information coming out here. Just to jump over to Netflix stock, candlesticks are going crazy over here. The first minute into after hours, we had a low of, it went all the way down to around 460, but a high of 495. And all these candlesticks are very, very volatile. We're talking close to 500,000 in volume per minute right now. So Netflix and Tesla are the two to watch for sure. Looking at Netflix, you can see that is very, very volatile. We still don't have any news yet about what is going on with Netflix, but I will keep you guys up to date. So there is one piece of information that came out that says that Netflix added 5.89 million new subscribers in the second quarter. I think that had to do with a lot of the volatility with right after, as soon as the market closed, jumping up to around 500,000 in volume there. Yeah, this candlestick definitely has to do with that news that came out. So good subscriber growth, but we're still waiting for the full earnings to come out soon. Tesla is looking very, very volatile right now, falling very rapidly, still declining down to 287 right now. Here we go. This is where things get very, very interesting. We just had a massive candle from the 291 all the way down, breaking through the 290 level. We are now at 288. This is the 1 day, 1 minute chart, and the stock keeps falling down to 286. We are looking at almost a 10-point drop here within 1 minute, down to 285. This is live, guys, right now happening. Oh my gosh, it just keeps falling, breaking through 285 level. Wow. Tesla's completely tanking on this. Let me look up and see if there's any type of news coming out here. I am very curious what to see this volume, what happens to this volume as we get closer to that 4:30 time frame. We can go back over to Netflix really quick, and we can see that Netflix is kind of stabling out. It was nice that it hit off that 450 support. If we pull back out here to a later time frame, you can see that the 180 SMA line is touching that 447, and anytime the stock over the past 20 days really has bounced off of that 180 SMA line, you can see that right here. It's pretty close to that 450 area, which is a nice support. So that's a good sign for Netflix, but we'll have to see as we again closer to their earnings, which is closer to 5 o'clock. So Tesla reported earnings, and we are looking pretty good overall. They're keeping their goal of producing about 1.8 million electric vehicles this year. Their quarter two revenue was 24.9 billion, which is 47% higher on year. Earnings per share beats the estimate of 91 cents, beating the estimate of 82 cents. The stock right now is taking a little bit of hit, pulling back off that 296 area. That resistance of 300 was not tested yet after hours. Starting to pull back, but really just waiting to see if any type of action happens. We're having a little bit lower volume than I would have expected after earnings. And then a revenue of 24.9 billion. Honestly, yeah, this is pretty good earnings for Tesla. And looking forward, I'm excited to see what's going to be happening for tomorrow for the stock. And right here, you can see that Netflix quarter two revenue was 8.2 billion versus the expectation of 8.3 billion. Looks like their paid memberships are up 8% year over year, and earnings per share was 3.29, which is beating the 2.85 estimate. But the sales misses 8.19 billion, missing the 8.29 estimate. Netflix is looking at around 50 to 100,000 in volume right now, and earnings was just reported. Tesla, on the other hand, not looking at anything too crazy. The stock is pulling back a little bit further, back below that 290 level, and they're looking at around 300,000 in volume. So it is definitely interesting to take a look and see what we're kind of dealing with here. But honestly, guys, these are two names that I want you guys to look out for tomorrow and play the post run up. Okay, we had the pre run up with both of these names. Like I said, we pulled these charts back and we saw how they've been running up over the past week, over the past few days. Obviously pulling back now off of both of their earnings, but to be completely honest, they've been strong over the past week and a half, and pulling back is what it kind of needs to regain that strength and come back even stronger. So I think that tomorrow's gonna be a big day where we just watch out to see what happens at pre-market and then during the open, and it's gonna be a good trading day. Hopefully lots of volume. It'll be a Thursday, so that should be a good sign. And yeah, so hopefully the market will do well tomorrow, but I definitely want to keep watching Tesla and Netflix throughout the day, throughout the morning, and then throughout the day tomorrow. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.